Lexi Lewis, and I'm here with Michael Baisden. Michael, thank you for joining me today.
Good to see you again.
Michael, you've got an incentive that you're going to kick off with mentoring. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, it's been going on a long time. We started this with the death of Darion Albert in Chicago many years ago when I traveled around the country for the 1 Million Mentors tour to 70 cities. We donated $5,000 per organization just to raise awareness and to help some of the organizations out. Now that I'm off radio, my attitude was that was a genuine effort on my part. It shouldn't have stopped just because radio stopped. And so now I'm here in Orlando, living in Orlando, and I chose Orlando because of the strong mentorship they had here. They had a program with Star 94.5 a few months ago when I was deciding on where to live. And I mean, thousands of men, literally thousands of men came out to be a part of it. By 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, it was literally 2, 3, 4, 5,000 men there for the sole purpose of mentoring. I said, this is the city I need to live in. So I moved here. I'm now mentoring at Evans High School every Tuesday with a classroom of 28 young men. And from there, we're partnering with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, who we've been partnered with for some years now, and African American fraternities to work together to build a program and model that we can take nationally.
Now, what are some of the qualifications for these people to be a mentor, and what are the challenges you face in getting mentors?
Well, every organization has their own qualifications. Obviously, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, they do background checks, they match one mentor with one boy with one mentor. Fraternities have their various programs, and of course, 100 Black Men, National Cares, Boys and Girls Club. So the idea was to find a way to work together. No one had ever brought these organizations together. So my plan was, my vision was to bring all the organizations together to find a way to maximize the awareness raising and the fundraising, because we all have a need for money for our organizations, but we're all going to the same people asking them for donations. Well, we can ask one person for major events, then we can maximize our fundraising.
You also just released a new book.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit.
Real happy about that. It's been, well, we released Maintenance Man 2 last year, but this year it's called Raise Your Hand If You Have Issues.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much. And the idea behind the book was to talk about all the things that we talked about on the radio show, the things I blog about on Facebook every day, on Baisden Live on Facebook and Twitter. And so it was my way of kind of teaching people the lessons I learned, and also being a student to the people who taught me along the last 20 years of doing what I do.
Now, I think there's one topic in the book called Finding Your Purpose.
Yeah.
Right? Talk to me a little bit about what are confirmations that people receive, and what do you talk about without giving away too much in your book?
Oh no, it's never too much. I can talk about the whole book and you can not buy it, you know. The idea was, because that's what happened with me, I had to find my purpose. And sometimes you think that first thing you're doing is your purpose, and it leads you to your purpose. And maybe we have several purposes, but the idea is to find something you're very, very passionate about, master it, and then find a way to get paid doing it. And so for me, that's what I did. My first passion was writing and speaking. I turned that passion into television and radio and, you know, all those stage plays. Now movies. Movies is the next thing. We got the scripts. We've already got one script done for God's Gift to Women. We're working on Me, Crying in the Dark. That's being written right now. Maintenance Man will be next. So it's different purposes. I think if I had to summarize my purpose, it would be to engage people. And so I engage people through radio, I engage them through books, I engage them through speaking. So really, I think my purpose is to engage people.
Wonderful, and you do a fantastic job at it. Now I'm going to switch this just a little bit and ask you, if you were a fictional character, who would be involved?
I don't know. You know what? I have so much love for Malcolm X, who's a real person, that's kind of the person I modeled myself after when it came to being socially active. Fictitious characters, probably James Bond.
Ooh, why so? Why
because he's sophisticated, he's well dressed, he's a hero in all the movies, right? The ladies like James, but he's always respectful of the ladies. You notice that James is a very respectful, suave, debonair character. In fact, Maintenance Man, my book Maintenance Man, was modeled after James Bond, to have a black James Bond character, which is what we don't have. So that would have to be the person. A black James Bond.
A black James Bond. Now, speaking of well-dressed, you are certainly well-dressed all the time. Now, is this a line of your own? Or what?
Oh, no. I stay in my lane. Steve, you can have that.
Steve Harvey?
No. But I buy my clothes from an African-American, actually an African gentleman in Dallas. I buy most of my suits from him.
Okay.
So So I always try to patronize African American businesses. When I buy my cars, I walk into a dealership, and even if I don't know the salesman, I'll say, hey, I was here, there was a brother here that helped me last time.
Yeah.
And I do that if it's a furniture store, my accountant is black, my manager's black, and that's because I know we need the business. Now I have other, Latino and white people that I work with in terms of finances and some real estate, but I also have blacks who work in the same capacity because some people are just more astute in different markets and real estate than others, but I always make sure to patronize African American professionals.
Awesome. Last thing. What is one of your dreams that you have not accomplished yet?
Oh, that's easy.
What's that?
We haven't made the films yet. And people don't realize that I started writing not to be a speaker, not to be in radio. I started writing to make films. Terry McMillan had a lot of success with Waiting to Exhale, and I wanted to model that. And so I wrote Me and Cry in the Dark after I wrote Never Satisfied, How I Men Cheat. And I wanted to bring my characters to the screen. So that is the only dream I haven't realized yet. But after that happens, guess what? I'm going to develop some new dreams.
Wonderful.
And then I'll start pursuing those.
Wonderful. Everyone, Michael Baisden, I'm Lexi Lewis. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Boom, we should do this for a living.